when they created what is called moralistic therapeutic deism, this was your people. These are your people in your age range who they interviewed years back to unpack and discern this is the worldview that is implicitly being taught and modeled and demonstrated to you and is now being passed down. As you become parents, as millennials and younger Gen X people are parents of teenagers, this is the default setting that more and more people are being programmed with, right? So the first is that God exists who made stuff. And the second is that God wants us to be nice to each other. Right? Third, that the central goal of life is to be happy. Fourth, God is a gentleman and isn't bossy, but he's there for you when you need him. Right? He's a buddy. God is a really good therapist. He's a really good counselor. And that good people go to heaven when they die. And so, basically saying God wants us to be nice and to be happy. And a lot of these elements sound very Christianish, right? But they're Christianish. And so we need to understand when we say that God wants you to be happy and joyful, what's your dictionary definition of that? What does it mean to be joyful and happy in the Lord? Versus, what do our students expect that joyfulness and happiness in the Lord looks like? Right? When we talk about joy, and we should, and we need to, what does that mean? We need to unpack that. Because what the Bible means by joy and what our world means by joy, not the same thing. Right? Elements of overlap, but there's differences too. But if we talk about the differences, all right, remember, if I expect you to say this, but you say that, you only hear this, how much are our kids only hearing the overlap of the world's definition of joy and the gospel's definition of joy, and they're not hearing the other stuff about denying yourself, about counting the costs and following Christ and making much of God through your suffering, rather than God just making you happy and thereby shedding his joy.